And alright, to start this episode, we had Neo clean up the rest of the mech cluster that we got in the last episode before we could spawn any more mechs, and yeah, it was actually really easy. We just sniped at it with the sniper rifle, and those turrets actually have a really low chance of hitting at long range. So yeah, the sniper rifle, definitely the best way to take care of those turrets, assuming you have someone that's a really good shooter. We also got our Rim Deed applicant arrivals, and they costed 8,000 silver. They're not that good for the most part. We already kind of saw the stats they're really good in. The main thing though is we need a Diak, because he does have 10 in animals, and he's going to be able to train up our Lothar, hopefully. That's the base amount though required to train a Lothar, so I'm guessing the chance is not going to be that good, and yeah, only a 31% chance. We're just going to hope that he can keep its tameness above 1 until it goes feral, because yeah, it's going to happen pretty soon, I think. Here's the rest of the guys that we recruited. So they're not that good. Like Alberto can do melee, I guess, but he's a coward, so he'll run away at the first sight of any blood or anything. He is pretty though, so maybe he's just trying to protect his pretty face. I don't know. We also got Jackson, who can actually be a researcher. He's got a burning passion for it, and he can also shoot. And then we got Kurtz, who is a shooting professional but has no passions for shooting. He is a idiot savant though, so he's gonna learn shooting actually pretty quick. He can also cook as well. And then we got Hadley, who can do melee, but he's locked at 13 melee, and he's abrasive, so he tends to rub people the wrong way. When the fighting gets too heavy, these people are gonna be kind of our meat shields, but for now we're gonna have them meditate full time at this anima tree. We were doing this with hired help we had in a previous episode, and we've grown quite a bit of grass. We have 51 anima grass, and that's enough to make 2 Psylinking rituals. Speaking of Psylinking, our Psylinker captain is almost ready for a new title. We've been getting him quite a bit of honor from doing quests, and yeah, we've turned this storage room into a makeshift throne room. We just need to put a harp in here, and yeah, we can give him the knight title. We missed the level 2 Psylink bestowing ceremony. I'm not sure if that's going to be a problem. I think he's just going to miss his level 2 Psylink, but that's okay. But yeah, once Bob is done with his harp, then we will turn him into a knight, and he's going to be done with that pretty soon. And alright, we made the harp, and Captain is now ready for his Psylinking ceremony, which we will do now. And what Psylink is Captain going to get? He actually got 2 abilities. So he already had Pain Block, that was his first ability, but then he got Word of Joy, which will make someone happier, but it reduces their consciousness. This is really good for using on prisoners. You get them in a really good mood, and then they're easier to recruit. Our level 3 Psylink was Vertigo Pulse, which will make people puke every so often, and it's pretty good for combat. It kind of just works as like a mini stun every so often, and yeah, it has a duration of 20 seconds. So we got some bad news, but then we got some good news. So we were unfortunately not able to retrain up the Lothar in time, and it returned back to the wild. I then was trying to retame it from being a wild Lothar, and there's only a 0.6% chance. So yeah, that's not happening. On the bright side though, I called in 2 exotic goods traders. The first one we just sold off a bunch of goods to, as we are getting kind of low on silver. The second one though, thankfully did have a psychic animal tamer, so this is a good way to get them, I guess. They also have some interesting implants, like this acidic spitter implant that can be installed in a creature, and it will give them a ranged acidic spit attack. We're gonna grab this, and I want to try installing that into the Lothar. Before we do grab that, I actually want to see how effective this psychic animal tamer is going to be on this Lothar, if it is even going to be effective. Okay, it was force tamed, very nice. It did not get any brain injuries. These guys also do have a couple animals for sale. These frostbound behemoths are apparently tanks. Like right here it says their primary role is tank. They have high damage, good resist, high health, or other abilities that allows them to survive in the front lines. And they have a secondary role of being farm animals. They can produce milk. They are males though. I'm not sure if males can produce milk. Says they can though, and Jedi love this milk, by the way. But yeah, let's grab both of those. And then this Eutherium is a giant cousin of the rhinoceros. I think we should grab this too, and these 3 animals could be used for combat mounts. But yeah, that right there is why we have no silver. I just end up spending it all once we get it. And okay, so we got an interesting turn of events. We haven't actually gotten raided since day 46-ish. We got a crash ship on day 50.5, and then on day 52.5 we actually got 2 raids pretty much back to back. That's just kind of how Void does. Thankfully neither of these guys are sappers, and we got what's probably going to be a bloodbath going on down here. So there's 2 groups of these Vikings, and this one group is about to get ambushed by this group of pirates, and for the most part all these pirates have sniper rifles. So yeah, this is going to be not so good for the Vikings, I think, although sniper rifles are really bad in like short to medium range. Down here I'm guessing the pirates are getting owned. The dudes with the snipers should be getting owned by the short to medium range Vikings, because yeah, the Vikings have good armor. I can't really tell what's going on, to be honest. Either way, this is going to be good for us. There's tons of sniper rifles on the ground. I'm seeing like 7 or 8. I'm seeing 10, I think.
And okay, it looks like the Vikings are running, so they were unsuccessful. At least this group was, but there is another group of Vikings, and here they come. They are pretty screwed here, I think, because yeah, they're in the open and they're fighting people that have sniper rifles, and they have to go a really long distance to get to them. So I got my money on the pirates here, but the pirates are pretty wounded. A lot of them got taken out, so I'm not sure how many more need to get taken out before they'll run. But okay, it looks like the pirates from the shotguns are actually fleeing. There's a lot of people knocked out too. It'd be really good to be able to get over here and capture some of these dudes. And all right, we captured quite a few prisoners. John is still healing up, so we're probably not going to sell him just yet. And yeah, since he's not healed up to full, he only sells for 350, whereas these guys are selling for like almost 2k. We also have 2 Viking prisoners. One's missing a lung and one's missing a leg, but they're still going to sell for almost 3k. With the money we got from selling those slaves, plus the money we got from selling off a bunch of random goods that were lying around the base, including a lot of sniper rifles that the enemy raiders brought us, we were able to sell those off to this combat supplier. And these guys do have a durable crypto armor. It gives an okay amount of protection, 112%. There are power armors that give more, but the main thing is this thing slows bleeding. It'd be really good for a melee character, because yeah, when melee characters go down, it can be hard to retrieve them just because they're in the middle of the fighting. So yeah, we're gonna grab that for 2200. I'm not really sure what we're gonna do with the rest of our money. Right now we have more pressing matters though. There's a high psychic droner nearby, and we sent Neo and Salamander on a mission to take it out. And here's the Met Cluster guarding a psychic drone that is lowering the mood of all females by 30. And Salamander was actually having a mental breakdown, but then she snapped out of it as we got close. And okay, here come the mechs, by the way. We're gonna piss off these raptor shrimps. And okay, we pissed that one off. These guys are really powerful, but there are a lot of mechs. And Salamander is gonna try to take out the stagger snout. She is riding this Therium, and nice, she killed it already. And then let's see, let's try to help this raptor shrimp. I think there are 2 more raptor shrimps that we could actually piss off. Yeah, we need to take out these dagger snouts. There's a bunch of them. This is a nastier event, I would say, more so than usual. We're not getting hit though, which is good. I don't think anything's got hit yet. This Therium actually got hit once, but overall we're doing okay. Neo actually got hit. And nice, we killed all those guys. Let's have Salamander actually go in, maybe aggro the blood shrimp to these guys. I mean, we could. Yeah, there's like a 100% chance or it's a raptor shrimp rather. It's a bigger version of the blood shrimp. But yeah, since it went manhunter, it's gonna go aggro on these guys. We can just let it take out the pikemen and the turrets maybe. And actually, you know what? We don't even need to knock down this wall. We can just walk right in. And yeah, here's the psychic droner. We're gonna just kill that thing. We get some mechanoid components, some steel, some components. We made it back to base, and it's been a few days. We now have another mech cluster, and this thing is spewing toxic bile into our base area. So yeah, we gotta wake it up. And we might not have to deal with this thing. There's a bunch of these infested ship chunks on our map. And yeah, we just opened one of them and they all opened. And a bunch of bugs are now chasing these mechs, which is really good for us because yeah, there's a lot of mechs here. And okay, yeah, this infested crash ship module spawned a bunch of insects. Like there's a queen over here. What the heck was that, by the way, that just blew up? I have no idea. Maybe it blew up a unstable power cell, one of these things. It would actually be nice to have one of these not die. And okay, some tribes people picked the wrong time to raid us. They're literally running into toxic fallout, and even worse though, there's tons of bugs that they're gonna be running into. But yeah, the tribes people are now fighting this massive horde of insects. I haven't actually checked over their stats. We do have a psychic pacifier that we could use to convert one of them if any of them have like Deadshot, for example. Although they have a minor aversion to shooting, which is not good. And okay, it looks like the tribespeople are in fact running, and we have a bunch of insects now that we could probably go clear out. And all right, so it's this point where I made the executive conclusion that I basically just effed up this playthrough. We got a Black Hive attack that took me, I want to say like 4 resets to figure out a strat to be able to fight it properly. And mainly the reason why is because our base design just sucks. Do bear in mind this Black Hive attack happened only hours after those series of events where we got the raid plus the mech cluster. And basically once Void decides to violate you in whatever way Void chooses, let's just say you better have the lube ready. We did survive, I guess you could say, but hours after that we got another infestation, and this happened because the glow pods from the last infestation that were providing light, thus preventing the infestation, those ended up expiring while I was not paying attention. But yeah, the infestation was enough to just send me over the edge, and I did learn a lot from this playthrough in terms of like base design and like how I want the pacing to be for my next run. If you guys even want to see another run, let me know in the comment section, drop a like on the video. With that, I want to thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one.